Cool. So we are live. What is going on? Let me know in the comments if you guys are seeing this right now. We are live on Instagram. We are live on Twitter. I'm live here on YouTube. So today we're talking about autism special interests, and we're going to cover what special interests are, like what is a special interest. Then we're going to look at types of special interests. Then we're going to look at why people have special interests, and then I'm going to talk about my special interests and what specifically I'm kind of obsessed over. A lot of people call these obsessions. Hey, Amanda, Phantom, Ren, how's it going? Tiffany, how's it going? You guys can also ask questions on Instagram and Twitter if you're watching on Twitter. I'm also on all these platforms. So I just want to say a big shout out to everybody. Hey, how's it going? Sacramento, California, how's it going? Charles Davis, how's it going? Oh, hey. So me and Charles are going to do some videos together very, very soon. Hey, everybody on Instagram, what's going on? You can answer the question I put on a card, and I will put it in here on Twitter, on Instagram as well. Hey Twitter, what's going on if anyone's watching? So anybody who's just come here now, we're talking about autism special interest, and specifically like what is a special interest, what types of special interests there are, why people have special interest, and what my specific special interests are. As you can see, I'm in the new office setup. Okay, forget the radiator. This is going to be like boxed in. It's going to be something super dope. But so don't worry, that will actually be kind of like cool. But at the moment, we're just here in the new office, yeah, it's pretty cool. How many different platforms do you use? I use every single platform. Somebody's asked me this question. I use every single platform. Hey, how are you, Dan? Hey, how's it going? Sup, Dan? How you been? I've been awesome. How you guys been? I hope everyone's been pretty pumped that it's almost Christmas time, almost time to smash them goals. Listen, I have a bunch of new merch dropping in December. So the first week of December, dropping new merch. I'm also doing Vlogmas, and Vlogmas is that I'm gonna actually every single day I'm gonna upload a video in December. It's gonna be crazy because I gotta get that in there. But yeah, you guys should you should be able to view every single video I upload, because it'll be on my YouTube channel, because it's called Vlogmas, and Vlogmas is like this thing where you vlog every single day for Christmas. It's gonna be really fun. I'm also dropping a new line of merch. It's super cool. We're gonna have hats like this hat I'm wearing right now, but I'll show you guys when it's launching. We're gonna have t-shirts and hoodies, and they're the ones that we're going to be launching. It's super awesome. I'm really excited about it because we're getting rid of all the kind of the legacy stuff, which you still be able to order through the website, but they're going to be kind of, it's not like the merch. Like Aspie World is having a bit of a makeover. It's going to be awesome. I love you, Dan. Do you remember me? Hey, I guess so. I remember most of my followers on here. Hey guys, it's so nice to see so many people on all these platforms. So Twitter, Instagram, what is up? Anybody watching here on YouTube, remember to do two things. Hit that little thumbs up button, share it if you want to. Oh, and the third thing is make sure you subscribe to the notification bell on, because every single time I do a live video or upload a video, you need to be in the loop. So I love your channel. I've subscribed yesterday. Oh, hey, how's it going? New Aspie World fam. This is the superhero squad right here. So if you're new to the family and you've just joined, that is super awesome. I'm so pumped to have you all here. And as always, everybody, I'm drinking my green tea out of my YouTube mug. Whew, man, that's good. This is decaffeinated organic green tea, fair trade in unbleached bags. Yes, I'm that sad, but it makes a good cup of joe. Hey everybody. Hey, how's it going there? Do you travel and tour, and do you plan on writing a book? I have a book out right now. I have a book out on Amazon. You can get it in Barnes & Noble, W. Smith, any bookstore in the world you can get it in. It was an international bestseller in the US and the UK. So I have a book out, but I'm also releasing a book next year talking about Asperger's syndrome and my life and stuff, and hacks and all the cool things we talk about on this channel. So if you're pumped to read a book about all that from me, stay tuned. Oh yeah, my hair's getting super long, but enough about that. Right, hey, how's it going, Rowan? Okay, where are we? We're talking about autism and special interests, and a lot of people call these obsessions, but I find that like special interest is like the best way to talk about it, and specifically special interests and what they are. Hey guys, where are you from? Hey Dan, long time no see. Autistic Daggy, nice to have you here. It's really cool. You guys are super awesome. So anyway, sorry, just before I forget, make sure you got that notification bell on my YouTube channel put on, because if you want to be able to get my merch, like the alert when the new merch goes live, these hats, new t-shirts and hoodies, and also when my podcast goes live and when new videos go up, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That's what we need to do here, because this is what we do. We're a fam, we're a squad, and if you're part of the notification squad, then you have a special little place here in my heart, like just here, just just sitting here. I just got back from occupational therapy today, which I'm going to do a video series on occupational therapy and strategies and techniques that I'm working on with this company I'm working with. So I think it's going to be super, super awesome. Our daughter is obsessed with Minecraft. Minecraft is dope. So I'm going to talk about a bit of obsessions in a few seconds. Just waiting for everybody to get in here, get warmed up and all that stuff. If you guys are watching on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow and the bell icon on Twitter, and the same with Instagram. Anybody watching right now on Instagram, make sure you're following me and you hit the notification bell, because Instagram, Twitter and Facebook won't let you know when I am live or when I've uploaded a video or when I'm doing a post if you don't have the notification on. So make sure you put the notification on, because you don't want to be missing tapping them IGs, and you want to be the first person there, because I answer back to the first people that comment on anything. So if you're not already on notifications, get in there. Kaka Binks, part of the notification squad, absolute legend. Look, there's you. I see you in here just a little bit. I'm in science class, and you had to say what we were really interested in, and I think I scared my classmates because I said murder and forensics. There's nothing wrong with being obsessed with something quite interesting like that. I love your videos so much. Thank you, Maddie. That is awesome. I'm going to try to take some questions literally just off Instagram here. I've never been to nursing school, but my mother-in-law's professor taught nursing, so she'll let me take a midterm exam. I passed with 87%. Whew! That is a strong, strong percentage. So yeah, I've asked a question on my Instagram stories. What are some of your obsessions? If you go and type that in, I can add the sticker to this live stream, and then you will be feeling so awesome because I put your thing up there. Connor Ward is here, which is pretty awesome. So let's get stuck into this video. If I could donate £100,000, I'm not entirely sure what that means. Hey Dan, can you say hello to my son, Matthew Burton? He's having a bad time at the moment and refuses to go to school. Look, I've been there, Matthew. Like, I've been there. I didn't want to go to school either. So look, stay strong, dude. School isn't forever. It's like this means to an end, and you have to do it. Everyone has to kind of do it. But just yeah, hope you're staying awesome. So right. Okay, let's get into this video. Okay, so what are special interests, or what is a special interest? So in autism, or an autism spectrum condition, this goes for anybody watching on Twitter, Instagram, and my YouTube channel. A special interest is where somebody has like a fixation or an obsession with something specific. Okay, so for me, super weird. I'm into like UFOs, conspiracy theories, like 9/11 stuff, all that stuff. Super like I love just learning about those things. And some people may be like obsessed with video games, right? This could be obsessed with like Pokemon, Minecraft. I know a lot of people are obsessed with like Lego and stuff, or Disney. These are really big ones. Marvel, comic books, superheroes, that kind of stuff. I am a big Marvel fan. I'm a big superhero fan, and I do have a lot of like comic books and stuff like that, and I love it. My obsession from the kind of like the movie industry franchise is Fight Club. So anybody who knows me knows that I'm obsessed with Fight Club. You guys know it's my favorite movie. All you guys who are part of the Aspie World Superhero fam and have been around for a while now, you guys know that I love Fight Club because it's awesome, and I'm obsessed with it. I watch it a lot. I watch it at least, I don't know, every couple of months I have to watch it. I'd like to watch it every single day. I used to watch it every single day. I like analysing it, and this is another thing about obsessions. Like I kind of like knuckle down and I go through it like with a fine tooth comb. So give me a thumbs up when you can relate to that, because like I just go through it and I watch it over again and I see things I didn't see the first time, and then I love it. Okay, so just taking some stuff from Instagram. Personal development is one of my obsessions. Is why it keep my notifications off. I want to do personal development to notify me. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So for me it's like I have to go through everything with a fine detail and look at it, but when I first started researching like UFOs and stuff like that, I actually had to go on online and like search for like files and stuff, and I was looking at late in the morning, and then I kind of fell asleep because. So I started maybe at 7 o'clock at night, and I'd be up until like 3 o'clock in the morning the following day, just like researching UFOs and like falling asleep on my keyboard and stuff like that. I mean, those were crazy days. Optimus Prime, Transformers, dude, that's awesome. I bought Marvel stock in the early 90s when they first went public. Dude, that is sick. That is awesome. Let's have a look here. My 30-year-old son, Aspie son, is being accused of being a not a very nice person because he's autistic. In order to skew his brother's custody case, he's devastated. Trish, I might have heard this. I might have heard this story before. Look, good luck with that. It's difficult, and you have to get some like professionals to back you up in that specific field. I find music fascinating. Music was the first language, possibly the first religion. Music is amazing. I think was it like that guy Bob Marley said that music was his religion. Hey, everybody watching on Instagram, you guys are solid. Everybody watching right now on Twitter, thank you for joining us, and everybody here on the beautiful platform which is YouTube. Dan, do you plan on seeing Bumblebee? I'm not entirely sure what that is. If that's a movie dedicated to Transformers about Bumblebee that I haven't seen yet, then yes, 100%. I love Transformers. Loved it when I was a kid. To add to what I posted a few minutes ago, I'm also a huge Star Trek fan. I'm also a Star Trek fan. Hakul BS, thank you so much for the super chat. $10 there. You're an absolute superhero. Thank you so much for that. Donation, that is awesome. You are just like an absolute superhero. Thank you so much. That warms my heart. And if anybody wants to donate to this channel through the super chat here, you can do, and your little message will pop up there. I don't know if I have Asperger's, but your channel has helped me understand two of my friends who do. One of them has a special interest in robots right now. Well, when I was a kid, okay, so when I was a kid, my special interest was actually robotics and VR. So I used to love robots and used to love virtual reality, but it was in the 90s and like you couldn't get any VR anywhere. There was like robots were really rubbish. And big thumbs up if you guys would be interested in computing and you're obsessed with computers, because I love that. Keep tapping them IGs. Trying to read more how I can not lose interest in the book. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Let me know which book. If it's my book, I'm sorry if it's boring you. Where are we now? Titanic, Legos, vintage video games. Dude, that is dope. Vintage video games. Who here can relate to vintage video games? Drop me a comment in the comment section if you're watching this on the rerun, because I'd like to know who else is loving that. Okay, so let's have this one. So here's another one on Instagram. Astronomy. That is super, super dope. Astronomy is pretty cool, actually. So that's what a special interest is. Special interest is something that you're really into, you knuckle down on, and that you kind of like, I don't know, you just learn everything about it. You're like overly obsessed with it. You super saturate yourself with it, and I find that, like, I don't know, I've done that like all my life, so it's pretty awesome. Okay, before moving on to the types of special interests and stuff like that, I'm gonna just read some comments here on YouTube. And if anybody wants to ask me something on Twitter, you can do. Just let me know in the let me know in the little section there. Okay. So, you're going to give me and my hubby a great insight into the Aspie world for our son. Hey, that's awesome. I'm so glad that you enjoy everything. So, make sure you have your notification bell stuck on there, Misfit18. Make sure you hit the notification bell on here and also on my YouTube page if you're really interested in kind of like seeing those videos on there that I don't post on Instagram. Okay, so let's take some questions. I love vintage video games. I'm not necessarily a Transformers fan, but Bumblebee looks pretty promising. My son loves trains and Lego. Okay, so yeah, trains, that's another one. Magic the Gathering is mine. Ooh, it's awesome. I love dogs and special interest. Physiology, obsession. I watch YouTube and write in a book on a poem. Luckily, he's grown out of okay, that's a suicide phase. I'm sorry that he was going through suicide phase. That's horrible. If I break down all my special interests, they're all creative. So I suppose I'm obsessed with creativity. Special interest is dogs. That's quite interesting, actually. I love dogs as well. I actually have a dog called Randall. If any of you guys have been around here for a while, then it's pretty awesome. How do you deal with not understanding jokes in a school? I just tend to stay away from like big social situations if I'm not going to be like able to understand any of those things. So that's how I stay away from those. Thank you. Keep the questions coming in. Anybody got any questions on Twitter? Make sure you ask. We'll sort out the questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Twitter. So Instagram. Keep them questions coming in, and also check my Instagram stories. There's a cool one coming in now. Somebody's obsession here on Instagram is flags. I found that quite interesting. There was actually I met another guy the other day who was obsessed with flags, and that's quite interesting. People used to call me dumb. Now I get dirty looks in science. Look, forget people like that. Okay, you're going to come across haters all the time, and there's something wrong with them, not you. Don't worry about it. Boxing, alley, preferably. Same. I have special interest in dogs. People. Oh yeah. How can I help Susan Boyle type of co-worker? Want to help her at she is hard work. Any advice, please? Thank you, Dan. I would suggest if you want to help somebody who has difficulty in the workplace, Patience is like rule number one. Second is asking if you can do something to help that person, and they'll tell you exactly what they need. So if someone said to me, Dan, if I was working with someone, I said, hey Dan, could I help with anything? I said, yeah, it'd be cool if I could just leave my headphones in because I could block out some of the sound from the office. Or hey, can I get take 5 minutes and just can I take an extra 5 minutes on lunch just to chill out or do something like that. So ask the person, because they'll tell you exactly how they feel about something and what they need to do to overcome that issue. Lovely. There's so many of you guys watching here now on Instagram. I love it. Thank you so much for all your loveliness over here on Instagram. Randall, shush, the dog's making a noise. He's such a silly Willy. Okay, so before you were diagnosed, did anyone ever tell you that there was no way you had Asperger's, or did you deal with it? Well, no, I never had that because I didn't really know what Asperger's was, and we never really came across it. I only ever came across it when people asked me if I was autistic, and it happened a few times actually. I show my aunt your videos between a little cousin is on the spectrum. Oh, that's awesome. The best part of not getting the joke is that it's better to not understand the joke to understand it and feel sad about it. I suppose, if it's a bad joke. We got a super chat in here now from Intoxicated49. Like, share, and subscribe. New peeps. This guy knows his stuff. Good. Thank you so much for that. Ollie Pick 177 just joined on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about autism and special interest, and now we're going to talk about types of special interest. Thank you so much for that super chat donation. You guys are amazing. I just feel so humble when you guys donate. I mean, it's just amazing. Look there, your name's up there. That's super awesome. Okay, so what do you think when you're so picky that you don't think anyone will be able to live with you? I just find that it's more quirky and it's interesting, and so the people that can hang out with you and live with you, it's just awesome because you can get along with all kinds of people. So I normally get along with kind of creative types and musos and people who make videos and people who are sciencey, that kind of stuff. So types of special interest. Now, types of special interest can range from things like science and math, and I'll talk about why the types of special interest that and why we have them. Eva Dalton, $2 super chat there. That is so nice of you. Thank you so much for that donation. You guys are just amazing. Thank you so much for the donations. It really helps because if anybody watching wants to donate, you can do. You can go to my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/the Aspie World, and then if you click on the About section, there's donation links in the bottom. Now, the reason that it's important and I find all your donations so important is because it's just me running this channel. It's just a one-man band. It's just Dan. I do everything. I do all the lighting, the editing, the creations, and then I'm trying to fuel all that. And it takes a lot, traveling around the country, doing talks, trying to spend every day making resources to help you guys. So all the donations are so welcome. Thank you so much, and I feel so humble when you do donate. Okay, so the type of special interest. So it's sciencey. Sciencey and mathsy type of interest, but range all the way down to things like science fiction and fantasy and creative stuff like that. I know a couple of my friends are obsessed with things like painting, right, and paintings and doing big paintings, and that's cool, and they love watching paintings. Most of my friends actually are obsessed with Lego and Disney. A good friend of mine, Connor, is obsessed with Lego and Disney, and he's launching a Minecraft channel, which is amazing, and I'm going to share that link with you on my podcast. Me and Connor are actually going to do a podcast episode on the Aspie World podcast. And yeah, if you guys aren't already on my podcast, make sure you go to any podcasting outlet like iTunes or Google Podcasts or whatever, and just type in "We Are Autism," and you see a picture of me like this, and then and it's like a pink background. That is my podcast, and it's pretty awesome. I'm doing all kinds of stuff at the moment. We've gone from doing kind of like instructional type of stuff, and I'm going to be doing interviews with people on the spectrum. We're going to be doing a series on SF Multi-Mode joined the live stream here. Thank you so much. I'm going to be doing a talk with autism and females, and that's going to be a whole series on the podcast. And then we're going to do therapy and children and stuff like that. So thank you. You love my podcast? Hey, thank you so much for that. And if any of you are watching here on YouTube want to get access to the podcast, make sure you check out the sign up to my mailing list link in the description below, because when the podcast is released, that's the first place it goes out. And yeah, so it's really cool. So it's all about autism, it's all about helping people, it's all about feeling positive whilst being on the spectrum, and I feel that's missing, and so you can listen to it in your car or on your iPod on the way to school or whatever. So yeah, check it out, it'll be awesome. I know as to how I should address that kind of situation. I missed the first part. Where are we? Have you ever been bullied or gossiped about in a workplace? I recently started a new job. Someone's going, yeah. I mean, I've had people be just ass bags, in work, and I just feel like the only way to get around it is to highlight the bullying to an authoritarian person, like your manager or hire or whatever, or put a complaint in about that person, and eventually just change jobs if you can. I know it's not easy all the time, you can't always change jobs, but I would say that that's something that you should try and aim for or look for, because look, if those people are always going to be there, you don't want to stay in that negative environment. One thing I've learned in my years here on the planet is that you want to kind of say, okay, I'm going to move away from anything negative and throw it out of my life. Do you ever broadcast on YouNow? Yes, I do. I'm actually a partner. I'm a YouNow partner, and I'm going to be... does cannabis help anyone here? CBD oil is awesome. I'm going to be launching a series on YouNow, and I think I'm going to do Mondays on YouNow, or I'm trying to try to do every single day from 4 until 5 UK time on YouNow, just to do like autism chats, like just hanging out with me for an hour, just talking rubbish, just hanging out, because I feel like YouNow is a really cool thing, and I'm a partner there, so it'll be cool. So if you don't know what YouNow is, you can go to younow.com/the Aspie World, or check out Aspie World on YouNow, and that'll be super, super dope. We're over here. Take some questions. I'm going to take some questions now from my YouTube channel. It is positive. My daughter is young and loves listening to it on the way to school. Free voice, that is amazing. Thank you. My interests change a lot, but one that has never changed is My Little Pony. See, like I know loads of people that love My Little Pony, who are guys, girls, whatever, and My Little Pony is an amazing one. Jack Hope 17, chemistry. I have a degree in chemistry. I love chemistry. It's amazing. My interests change, but one of them that has never changed is My Little Pony. Oh yeah, we just wrote on. My interests have stayed the same most of my life. In the areas of ASOIAF, Game of Thrones, tabletop and journal RP. Is that role playing game? I'm guessing. Writing, makeup, artistry. Well, see, super creative. I love it. Sailor Moon. K-pop. Oh, K-pop is awesome. You coming to the States in the near future? Yes, I'm going to be in the States for VidCon next year. Do you know Kevin Chapman? Yes, I'm a good friend of Kevin Chapman's. Me and Kevin did a video. It's on my channel, and it's also on his channel. Me and Kevin are going to do more videos in the future, so that is going to be super, super dope. Let's see if there's any more coming in from here now. What's this one now? Obsession. Play music. I play 8 instruments to a high level, and I'm looking to learn more. Absolutely amazing. I actually play about 5 to 6 instruments myself, and I love it. Can K-pop be a special interest? I'm obsessed. Yes, it can be. Do you know what's it? So we're going to talk about, the next thing I'm going to talk about in a few minutes is why people have special interests, and K-pop is an interesting one that came up. So we're going to talk about why K-pop is important in this scenario here. So, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to talk to everybody here on Twitter. Thank you for joining me, Twitter. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Thank you so much for joining this. We're talking about special interest in autism. Everybody over here on Instagram, we're also talking about autism and special interests, and on YouTube, you guys know the score. You guys are awesome. Super, super dope. Hey, if any of you guys want any more content from me, I have a secret vlog and a secret podcast that is only available to subscribers to my members only area. So if you go to patreon.com/the Aspie World to get my I'm going to type it in on here, patreon.com/the Aspie World. You can sign up for like $3 a month and get access to my super secret podcast that's only available to the people on there. And what happens is, if you're a member of that, you can ask me questions and I'll put that in the podcast. I am going to... Oh, what's going on here? Why is my thing... It feels like it's freezing. Can everybody see me? Is the live stream freezing on YouTube, or is it okay? I feel like I'm sticking a bit, but if it's not sticking, then I'm cool. We're going to carry on. I love animals, computers, music, snowboarding, and everything with wheels is my life. That's awesome. Oh, thank you so much for all the hearts here on Instagram. You guys are amazing. My special interests are Warped Tour bands and anime, YouTube, and My Little Pony. Warped Tour is amazing. My manager's played Warped Tour a few times. Physics and snowboarding, dope. Yes, I love you, but hey, how's it going? People out on Twitter. I just love the fact that people here are live on Twitter. We're live on a few platforms, which is amazing. I'm thinking that maybe next time we're going to go live on Facebook and YouNow at the same time. I think it'll be kind of challenging, but it'll be pretty dope. I think it'll be cool. Dan, my son impersonates me down to detail stuff. Notice it when it scares me. It's amazing but weird. What do you think? Look, Eva, when people imitate, it's a version of echolalia where you repeat something that you hear, and it's a form of learning. And doing that is how people on the autism spectrum kind of start to understand and learn different types of things and skills. I wouldn't worry about it. I think it's pretty cool. And just try and play along with it. Maybe do some fun stuff with it. I don't know. You could have fun with it because why not? My daughter is in the process of being diagnosed, and she uses used an analogy that broke my heart. She said, if everyone at school was born blue, it's like she was born red and she has to fight really hard. Look, it does feel like, you've been taken out of a situation where the norm is to be like neurotypical, and then you put into the situation. I know that. It's like, it's like being all by yourself in a crowded room, right? But you have to overcome that by thinking that it's not that everyone else is different and stuff like that. Is that you are like super enhanced, like you're a step above it, you're a superhero. That's what we call the Aspie World family, a superhero. If you're not part of the superhero squad, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on the replay, anybody watching here on Twitter, make sure you check out the Aspie World on YouTube. And yeah, I just, I don't know, it's pretty awesome. Right, anybody watching now and want me to follow you back on Instagram and Twitter, I'm actually up in my Facebook. I do daily videos on Facebook, so if anyone doesn't have me on Facebook, I highly recommend going to facebook.com/the Aspie World and give me a big old cheeky follow, because I upload videos on there every single day, which is dope. If you want me to follow you back on Instagram and Twitter, go follow me. I follow everybody back, so do it. Go to Instagram, hit that freaking follow button. Go to Twitter, hit that freaking follow button, and I'll follow you all back. It's awesome. I've always been interested in the natural world, specifically plants. Dan, I'm sad. Don't be sad, John. To be blue, everyone else, but no matter how hard she tries to come out in the middle purple, and no one understands. Oh, it's sad. But could you do a video about what you say versus what you want to say? So, Will, are you asking, like, when I think about something, I think I want to say this, but then it comes out as kind of not gibberish, but it doesn't come out exactly how I want it. It's like a communication. Randy, shush, come here. Do you want to see everybody? Who wants to see the dog? Come here then. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, you good boy. Doggo. Take it, the doggo. There you go, Andy. Who is the best security you ever had? I'm not entirely sure. Security. It's my friend Chris, who's got he runs a security firm, or he works for a security firm. Hey Andy, how's it going? Who's your good boy? Okay, this is the dog. So anybody who's obsessed with dogs, check out. This is Randy. This is Randall the Vandal, man. This guy's a beast. You full on gangster, Randy. Love you. Okay, good boy. Right, go on then. Off you go then. Off you go. Okay. All right, I gotta put him in his blanket. He's like crying. Come here. Okay, I'm still here. Quick. Here we go, Andy. In here. There we go. There we are. There you go. Good boy. Right. Oh, sorry for that intervening. Oh, Randall. The Good Doctor is good, but very stereotypical, in my opinion. Have you experienced with cams, and then are they accommodating for autistic people? I've heard good and bad things. So Cams, any watching here, is a service that is offered to children in the UK with mental health issues and things like that. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us on Instagram and Twitter. You guys are awesome. And I would say that cams have been good and bad. I think they're becoming better now because the National Autistic Society are working more with them and stuff like that. But they have had some bad slack in the past, though. High functioning Canadian, yay, do. The saying "think before you talk" never seemed to work. No, it's weird actually. Special interest is F1 driving, also anything with wheels. Do you know it's weird? Actually, a lot of people are obsessed with like trains and wheels and stuff like that. So let's look at my list. I'm keeping my list up here. Okay, so why do people have special interest? Now, the reason people have special interest and people who have autism spectrum conditions have special interest is because, let's think about this, right? People with like autism see the world a bit differently to the your average person. Randy. And sorry, my dog is just going crazy. And because of this, they see things as like, this is my opinion of it, okay? It may be different for other people, but this is the best way I can explain it. It's like having a puzzle, right? So you want to put this puzzle together. So for me, conspiracy theories are like things that don't make sense, they don't add up, and I want to overcome those, and I want to fix them, and I want to like put them together, and that's like a puzzle. So people like trains because train tracks fit together. People like Lego because Lego clicks together. People like puzzles because they're a puzzle and you can finish it and complete it, right? It's like problem solving. People like maths because they're problem solving. People like Minecraft because it's like a digital version of Lego. Everybody loves that stuff, and that is why, in my opinion, that is why we have these levels of like of different interests. Randy, I don't know what's going on. Come here. Okay, give me a second, guys. I got a little dog out. Okay, so I'm back. I mean, this is the most unprofessional thing in the world. I keep sorry, my dog is just a pain in the butt. So yeah, so make sure if you're already following me on anything like Instagram and Twitter and you want to follow back, just send me a tweet or a message on Instagram to say, hey, you follow me back, Dan. So my cousin's special interest is cars and Minecraft, which is another mine as everyone else. So give me just a second, guys. Give me just a second. I've got to get the dog again because he wants to come in. Guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, the dog ran away. Okay, I'm back, everybody. My goodness me. Okay, so that's why. So in my opinion, that's why people have special interest, because the special interest is kind of like you can learn stuff about it, and you can like, so for cars, for instance, you can like take the cars apart, put it back together. There's little bits and pieces. There's like how it works, the machinery, mechanics. It kind of engages your brain and stuff. No, the dog didn't run away like. Oh, let's run after him. The dog didn't run outside. The dog ran upstairs and ran on the table, and I was like, Randall, because my office is on the downstairs of the house. So yeah, so it was crazy. Anyway, right, I'm back, everybody. Goodness me, that was interesting. So, where are we? So yeah, so this is why people have special interest. Now, I find it quite funny because I've not come across someone who has autism who doesn't have a special interest, and if they say they don't have a special interest, but then you find out like they love maths or like they love science and stuff. And this is something I want to say as well: is not everybody with an autism spectrum condition will be into maths, right? This is a common misconception. Everyone thinks that because you're autistic, you're gonna love Lego and you're gonna love maths. Well, this isn't actually true. It may be true for some people, right? Because I do like maths, because maths is chemistry and chemistry is maths, and you know they're interchangeable. And I loved Lego when I was a kid, but I wouldn't say that like everybody who has autism has to like Lego and maths. Okay, question: I have autism and PTSD. I have trouble talking to people in public. How can I not be afraid to talk to people? It's practice makes perfect with those scenarios. The more you talk to somebody in public, the better you'll get at it. I love learning, but maths, I have dyscalculia and struggle a lot with that subject. Yeah, it's difficult. Chemistry, as it combines maths and science. Chemistry is awesome. Hi, what do you think causes autism? Vaccines? No. I wouldn't say that vaccines cause autism. I would say that autism is probably hereditary through genetic difference in people. And that's currently where the scientific evidence is at the moment. I guess it just takes time. It took over 10 years to learn how to order food in the restaurant. See, look, that's what I mean. Practice makes perfect. I hated math, but I tolerated it because I love science. Oh, that's interesting. Do you know what? At first, so this is the story, guys. So at first, I was really bad at maths, right? I didn't get math, didn't get it taught. And then I sucked so bad at it. When I went to do my chemistry course, I needed to up my maths, so I had to take this extra class to do maths. Anyway, it turns out that when I started doing chemistry, I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. This is mathematics, but in a very relatable way. It was nice, and it was like I loved it. I loved the fact that I could understand maths again. So to me, it's how you see maths and how somebody's told you it's presented. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't give up on maths. That's what I'm going to say. I wouldn't give up on maths if I was you. Just kind of stick in there and be awesome. I hated maths with a passion. I did as well. I really didn't like it. The only GCSE, which is a qualification in the UK, I got was Welsh, English, and a diploma in art and science. I failed the others. See, there's nothing wrong with that. Computer science for me. Computer science again. To talk comfortably to people, it helps to focus on a time frame and have their question ready before you start. I suppose that's a really good hack, actually. Is sweating common with Asperger's? Because swearing. Is swearing common with Asperger's? What? Is sweating common with Asperger's? Because I sweat a lot. I'm not entirely sure. Maths is the worst subject in school for me. Oh man. Okay, so 6 more questions. Same for me, but with physics. Maths in context is great. Do you know, like, math is... I don't know. I know everyone has this like, kind of unusual relationship with maths. Like, is it good? Is it bad? And like, I get obsessions with it. Some people don't. People don't like it. People actually despise it. And again, I think that you need to have that relationship where maths comes in and it, I don't know, you have to be excited about maths. Like now I get super excited about maths, which I never used to, which is quite interesting because like, I mean, what on earth, you know, like, anyway, I find it quite funny that like I used to like despise it and now I love it, but you know, I don't mind math because my teacher is really funny. So that's cool. It's another way to learn. Thanks so much. My sister-in-law just found out her baby has autism. She aggressive. Is there anything you can do to help with her being so aggressive? So the aggression and the anger comes from the sensory overload input. So you need to find things that are going to kind of help lower that tolerance level of like lower that kind of that short fuse, if you like. So one way to do it would be to try like weighted blankets and things like that. But if you are going to buy anything like weighted, or you're going to buy any kind of like weighted equipment or like blanket or vest or whatever, check with the details, because there are kind of like medical things to follow, there's instructions to follow, because you could do it wrong and people can, there's been some tragic issues with that. So definitely check that out. And I would look at like sensory therapy as well, so that they can like destimulate against things, so that they get stimulated by cool stuff, but they're not get overstimulated by stimuli that is kind of overputting. So my son hates math, but he's good at it. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, Aspie World, fantastic topic. Gemma, autism at its finest. Grace, thank you very much. I like creative writing and psychology, especially abnormal psychology, and I have a diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome. Oh, sorry, my finger was in. I was actually going to do a degree in psychology, but I've realised it was quite intense, and that the future of it, if I ever got a job in it, would be kind of like, working with people with mental health conditions and things like that, and it might be too much for my brain power, if that makes sense. I don't know. So that's why I did chemistry. So yeah, psychology is very, very interesting. Is it possible to change one's special interest to something else? Yes, it is. Like my special interest are religion, and people don't like that, and it angers most, it seems. So to answer that question, which I was going to talk to you about now, is that special interests are quite interesting in the fact that people with Asperger's syndrome, specifically that I know, they kind of like, they have a special interest and then they'll drop it and move on to something else. So they'll be like, I'm obsessed with like, I don't know, Matchbox cars, right? That's it. Matchbox cars, everything. That's what I'm going to do. I'm like Matchbox car expert, bought all the books, watched every documentary on it. And then it's almost like they fill up on a special interest. Like I'm full to the brim with a special interest. Boom, I'm on something else. And they'll just annihilate it. Like I go through different ones. And I'm going to talk a little bit in a minute about my special interests and the ones I've gone through over a period of time and how that kind of relates. But it is true that people kind of... like, I don't know, they go through stages, I guess, or they go through different ones, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do you find your obsession can get overwhelming? Yes, it can actually. My obsession can get overwhelming, because then you get like super into something and you overstimulate on it, and then you kind of burn out, right? I've had that before. I've had a burnout because I've overdone it with like staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning researching UFOs. Special interests are paranormal, aliens, and the connection of ancient civilizations, dogs, and outer space, and motorcycles. That's cool. I'm the same apart from the motorcycles thing. Thanks for answering my question. You're awesome. Have a great day. Vanessa Bradley, no problem. You're awesome. Melanie, no problem. Okay, is it possible that you don't know your Asperger's because of a certain lifestyle, and you realise later when everything changes, like living in your own home? Yes, absolutely. It is possible to kind of have a condition and then not know about it. Yeah, 100%. Apparently, autistic boys tend to go towards maths and science, and autistic girls tend to for people-based subjects like psychology. That's interesting. I did not know that. Insight, Mars probe landed. I am obsessed with the concept of time also. The concept of time is fascinating. I read a book called Making Time by an author called Steve Taylor, who I kind of indirectly know. It's a great book, and it talks about how time is perceived. The idea of time travel is fascinating, and that really kind of like takes all my brain power. I love it. I can remember once my special interest was autism. Always helps, It's fun to see what special interests come around. Well, it is actually. Do you know what? It's not uncommon that I found that a lot of people get obsessed with, they get obsessed with autism or Asperger's syndrome and when they have the condition, and I find that just fascinating. Top tip: with maintaining a relationship with a partner who is not autistic, communication is key. Really speak about what they want and how they feel, because then you can understand it. Is it possible that you don't know about your Asperger's? Oh yeah, we've read that one. Sup Dan, sup Aspie the Hulk. Love Matchbox Cars. Concept of time is interesting, but it kind of scares me. It kind of can wreck your head. The way you multitask live on here, bravo! You do a fantastic job. Please sleep well tonight. Great Aspie viewing, mind blowing. Thank you very much, there, Tracy. I'm actually training myself to make sure I can do these live broadcasts across different platforms and not have it so crazy. I did it before; it was overwhelming as heck, and I just could have cried. I get these moments, situations where my body gets really hot and I get incredibly emotional, start lashing out and everything. Yes, I get those too. Yes, it is related to Asperger's syndrome. I get it all the time. I end up like taking my clothes off and all kinds of stuff. Some say Minecraft is the poor man's Lego. I disagree. I dropped $25 out on a Lego set. Lego is awesome and Minecraft is awesome, and they're two different things. I don't think it's a poor man's. Your social skills and ability to keep a conversation going in the context is really natural sounding, and I really hope I can get to that point one day. Elijah, these skills that I have developed are because of YouTube. YouTube has helped me like no end. I was saying this before, like my confidence is through the roof because of YouTube. Like my ability to understand flows, because I've had to keep up, because I'm obsessed with it. I'll talk about my session with YouTube in a minute. What are the differences between a severe case and mild case? Sorry. Do you hate eating at other people's houses? Yes, I can't eat at other people's houses. The plates freak me out. No way. Do autistic persons have sensory overload or underload? They have both. They can have both. They can have a sensory overload. They can have a sensory underload, where they don't really get something or they get overly stimulated by something. So yeah, both of them. It's quite interesting. Are dinosaurs common? What are dinosaurs common and with special interest? Because they are, and they are. I do know people who special interest is dinosaurs. Would an autism person get a lot of porn if they're into it? I have no idea. It's not something that really interests me, but I'm guessing it may interest somebody. It might be a special interest. I don't know. How long are those interest phases? Sometimes I feel like I'm obsessed with something for ages. Look, an obsession interest could last anywhere from like months, weeks to years. So I don't think it's like something that's specific to like a time frame. My special interests are calories. My mother's friend I thought I had an eating disorder because of it. Oh. Well, calories is just a unit of measurement, which is quite interesting. I probably have sensory underload in smelling sensor. Ah, okay. That can happen. Yeah, definitely. Where are we? I missed everything. My son pays such close attention to how people talk, how the way they act, and he's obsessed on it. And yeah, I love him so much. Love you, Avery. Man, I wish I had the ability to do YouTube. It is too personal for me to do. The most social thing I do is DJing at some clubs, and that is easy because everyone's wasted. Well, that's interesting. But YouTube isn't for everybody, and I love YouTube. I think it's amazing because it is one of my obsessions. Oh, excuse me. And I'm going to talk about that right now. So, YouTube as an obsession, right? So, I'll tell you a bit about my first obsessions. When I first started getting obsessed with stuff, it's always been like paranormal investigation, right? Always been about paranormal investigation, like ghosts and like aliens and all that kind of stuff. And then I moved on to like VR and robotics. So I was interested in virtual reality, and I actually built like an analog virtual reality synth environment. It's kind of difficult to explain what that is, but if you think about early 90s trying to simulate virtual reality, I kind of like created a virtual idea. It was quite interesting, right? It was weird, and I made my sister test it out. It was kind of funny. Like she like freaked out when I did it, but it was good. So then I moved on to robotics, and I was obsessed with robots, and then Robot Wars came out, and I was obsessed with Robot Wars, but I was more obsessed with robotics as in like android type people, and I was obsessed. I wanted to know can we make androids? Can we build robots that do cool stuff? And I was obsessed with this dog called AIBO, which was a Sony robotic dog, and I couldn't have a dog at the time because my sister was allergic to dogs, yada yada. But so that was one of my obsessions. But moving on from that, aliens, like the 9/11 catastrophe in America, conspiracy theories, things like that, have just been like, I just love those conspiracy theories type of things. I just love it. I've been obsessed with those for like years and years and years, and like that's like a long term one. Like I'm obsessed like long term with conspiracy theories and UFOs and things like that. Then the other thing is that well, I can hear some really weird noises outside. That's really weird. And then the other things I got into were things like chemistry. I got like super obsessed with chemistry, and then I was obsessed with like penny deck skateboards, right? And then moving on from that, where I'm right now is I'm obsessed with search engine optimization, like how to optimize something to reach people on YouTube or on Google or like on a podcast or whatever. I'm obsessed with it because I had to do it as part of my job here on YouTube to find like how do I reach audiences? How do I get excuse me, my audiences to get my content? And the weird thing about it was like I was thinking to myself, you know, this is interesting. And then I got like down the rabbit hole and I got like bought books on it, and I can't read that fast, so it takes me ages to get through a book. So because I got dyslexia as well, and so I got books on it, and I started watching these videos on it, and I like interviewed by one of the channels, and I did some really cool stuff, and I managed to grow my channel, you know, pretty well. I'm trying to get to 100,000 by the new year, but we've got 1 month left to get like 40 or 38,000 subscribers. I don't know how we're going to do it, but if you guys want to share this video and tell every single person you know to subscribe to this channel to try and get us to 100,000 before the end of the year, that would be like the most amazing Christmas gift ever. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So yeah, so that's kind of like where I am right now. I get really obsessed with it. I'm like obsessed with trying to make my gear really good. So I was obsessed with like cinematography, like upping my game, upping my like how I make videos, upping how I edit the audio of my videos, upping how I edit the lighting and the sound of my videos. All that stuff became an obsession of mine, and so I learned, and it's cool because I learned new skills. So yeah, so there's some of my obsessions. I also got obsessed with pop vinyl action figures and bought loads of them. I got obsessed with like little kind of blind bag minifigs, and I bought loads of those. And then I have an obsession with like buying like action figures. I love action figures. Even though I'm going to sell a bunch pretty soon, but I got an obsession with buying action figures, and that was kind of cool. Well, man, regards to the equipment, you're genuinely great at this, and I hope it is gratifying as you as it helps others. Thank you for making this channel. No, thank you so much. See that comment right there, Elijah Thornton. That comment was one of the best comments I've ever heard. Like I love that stuff. Have you ever made phone videos? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by phone videos. Is that a video on your mobile phone and then upload that to YouTube? I have done that, yeah. You mentioned hoodies being comfy in one of your videos, but how do you deal with that in the summer without overheating? I actually have hooded t-shirts, if that makes sense. So I've got t-shirts with hoods on it. So they're long sleeve t-shirts that have like a hood on the back of it, so it's like a really thin kind of cotton feel, and it has a hood on the back of it. So that's how I get or overcome that in a nutshell, should I say. Do you have a job? TY Robin, this is my job. So I work on my YouTube channel. The Aspie World is my job. That's why that's why I release merch. That's why I do live videos. That's why the super chats and the donations help. That's why I run a Patreon to give you guys more content through giving you guys secret podcasts and a secret vlog by you signing up through Patreon. So if anyone's interested in doing that, go to patreon.com/the Aspie World and sign up for the secret podcast. So you get 2 podcasts every single week. It's amazing. Actually, you might get 3 podcasts depending if I can get the other one out in time. Yeah, so this is my job. This is what I do. I make videos and I upload them to the internet, and I make podcasts, and I make small snippets for Instagram, and I sell merchandise on my site and things like that. So yeah, it's cool. And the reason it's my job is because it becomes so important that I had like this insight on Asperger's syndrome that people wanted to hear, and so I figured like I could do that. I could tell people stuff about Asperger's syndrome and learn about it, and hopefully help them overcome issues, help them overcome whatever it is that they're challenging themselves with, and make videos that are on topics that they're interested in. And so I decided that I would do that, and so I've done it so much now. It's become my job because researching, planning, filming, editing, uploading, all that stuff, backlinking, everything. It takes it. It's a full-time job. It's crazy. Hey, love your channel. You helped me so much. I love you, and also waiting on my diagnosis. Thank you, Anne. That's awesome. Best of luck with your diagnosis. So I took the AQ test and scored 8.0. Out of 40. Seems as though this would be indicative of being on the spectrum, Your videos have been incredibly relatable and informative. Thank you. Thanks. That's awesome. Thank you. Um, weightlifting. After a heavy workout, I feel really calm and happy inside. Yeah, that's because of there is a specific thing. So with sensory overloads, Marvel, yeah, you can. So heavy lifting is very good to feeling calm. For people with autism, because it helps get you to kind of like a calm and relaxed level, because it's like it's intense, heavy muscle activity, which is really good for people with autism. My 4-year-old is on the spectrum. Hey, LK Gamer 89. You are the best man for this Aspie job. With video viewing and interest, you are perfect online to help and advise like no other. Awesome, sir. Thank you so much, man. That's heartwarming. Thank you. When someone says something to you, do you take it to heart? I don't know. Maybe. How to deal with depression if you have autism. I have a video coming on that very soon. So next week's video is going to be autism and depression. I think this is a big thing. It's a big thing now. Always gets worse this time of year, so I'm going to do a video on that. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you come back next time, and that'll be awesome. Thank you so much for the hearts there. I'm having a really hard time right now. I want to cry. Don't cry, or if you want to cry, cry, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But try and do something that will make you feel happy. That's what I always do. I stop feeling sad and start feeling awesome. I love what you do for the autistic community. As a YouTuber with autism, you inspire me. That is awesome. Thank you so much, and I love inspiring people. To help me calm down, I brush my little pony hair. That's pretty awesome, actually. That's a really good way to do it. It's very sensory. I say this because I work with autistics within work and customers with this condition. Thank you. That's okay. I get depressed a lot. I actually get depressed a lot. Thank you for doing this. It's really helpful for my daughter. Is non-verbal and everything is a guessing game. It's difficult when people are non-verbal. That's the difference between Asperger's syndrome and what they call classic autism. Is the part of the communication, the vocabulary, the ability to communicate verbally. It's fascinating, actually, and I want to do a video on this again, Asperger's versus autism. I think this is going to be a really good video. It'll be worthwhile doing again, because I did a video on it like briefly before, so I want to do it properly again, and I think that'll be awesome. How does the AQ test work? I thought you had to score over 30 to be on the spectrum. Did I misunderstand something? Project Redfoot, yeah, that is how it works. I'm not sure that person's score was correct. I think it was a typo. I like the sensation of the brush on the hair. Yeah, that's awesome. I always feel better in the winter since there are less colours, less lights, and less. Do you know? I get that. That when you're, people with autism probably would like the muted stimuli. I can't read many books and I can see pictures or videos. I'm 23 until now. I have read 5 books, and I also love hoodies too. Wish I could get some garment that gives me a hug-like feeling. You can get like super tight fitting clothing. My depression disappeared when I accepted myself and created close relationships on my own terms. That's pretty good. It's a good, yeah. Do autistic people make people angry or stressed? I don't know. It's up to the other person. Nothing to do with the person with autism. I'm not sure if you saw my question, but how can I have autism spectrum condition and Asperger's syndrome when my parents don't have neither of those? Your parents don't need to have them. It's a genetic thing, I guess. It's neurological, so it can be independent of the person. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be hereditary or anything like that. And Asperger's syndrome is an autism spectrum condition. Yes, over 30, I scored 47, 10 times before being diagnosed, extended for testing over 3 months. Wow, it's interesting. It's the little things, isn't it, My Little Pony? Here, I hate snow because it's so bright. Snow is super bright, but I love that crunching sound when you walk in. It's like, it's cool, it's dope. I find it hard to talk to strangers, even some people I know. It is hard to talk to strangers. Yeah, it is hard. How do you make a living? Look, if anyone would like to know what I do for work and how I make a living, because maybe it would help some people, let me know in the comments below if I should do a video on that, and give it a thumbs up as well. So the more thumbs up, if I get like 500 thumbs up on this video, then I know that people want to see a video on how I make a living doing what I do, because it might inspire somebody else to do it. Because I make a living on YouTube. It's hard work, it's constant, but I'd love to explain to you how I do that, and it'd be awesome. Snow sensory heaven. I got 31 on the AQ test. That's pretty high. I thought it was IQ test. No, it's AQ test. AQ is like an Asperger's syndrome quota. They don't want to diagnose me yet, even though they keep saying I'm autistic and they don't. That's really interesting. You can buy weighted hoodies online. I've used one but at least it's available. Yes, I've never used one, but it's available. It's hard to tell my son is delayed in speech. His cleft palate is from autism. Ah, okay. Yes. How do you make a living? I also have a YouTube channel, so it'd be great. Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so okay, if this video gets like 500 thumbs up, right? I'll do a video on how to make a living on YouTube, how I do it, and how anyone else could do it. I scored 36, yet to be diagnosed. Okay, hang in there. You will be diagnosed. That's a high. Excuse me. That's a high number. How do I prove to my parents that autism isn't case by shots? A case caused by shots? Well, there's no scientific data that says it's caused by shots. There is loads of scientific data that says it isn't caused by shots. So I guess I'll just pull up that data. Hi, does anyone know where I could get an autistic driver card window sticker? Yes, I'm actually going to be launching some on my site, which is really weird you should say that. Can autism get worse triggered by events? It can do. It depends what the event is. It can be definitely overloading. My special interest might be playing The Sims. Oh, Sims is a big one. Euro Truck Simulator, an American Truck Simulator, on Steam. Yeah, Steam is a cool one. Everyone loves a bit of Steam. That's pretty cool. So is sand. Sand is sensory stimulating. So for sensory play, they also have like sanded stuff, like sandboxes, like balloons filled with sand and squishy things like that. That's kind of cool. The Sims 2, best game ever. See, I used to love The Sims. I used to play a game called Sim City 2000. So The Sims came from an old game from the 90s called Sim City, and Sim City was like this thing where you build a city and like control it, and like the mayor wants you to build something, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it was like a strategy game or something. I used to love SimCity. I had SimCity 2000. It was awesome. I went to the doctor today and he said I may have mild Asperger syndrome. Joshua, the weird thing, like people say like mild or like severe and stuff like that. It's like it's weird to say those things because like if you have Asperger syndrome, you have Asperger syndrome. There's no degree of that. What is the link to the AQ test? The link is I released a video. If you type in the Aspie world or Asperger syndrome test into YouTube, you'll see a video that I uploaded with the test in it, which is pretty awesome. Look at my hair, guys. Look crazy how long it is now. Look at this. Whoa, what is going on in my hair? Yeah, I'm loving how long my hair is right now. So SimCity for Super Famicom. I slowly went from an interest in games to music. Are you going to upload this video on YouTube? Yes, this video is going to be on YouTube. This is going to be live on YouTube forever. I always upload my live streams. Talking to strangers, magic formula, calm voice, and no teeth smile, plus politeness. I'm into Mario games. Mario games are amazing. Super Mario Bros. 3 for the Nintendo was amazing. The cast sticker is an awesome idea. I definitely need one. I have, if you guys don't know already, I do have autism alert cards like this one here. These autism alert cards is what you can present to people. It basically says that this person has autism, and it has your name and emergency contact details on the back and a list of things that are like typical of autistic traits and characteristics. So if you're in a situation where people don't understand and you need to present this to them, you can do it. These are available on my website for £5. So go to the aspieworld.com and get yourself one of these cards if you really want one. They're cool. They're awesome. I sell a ton of these. They're very handy. I actually keep this in my wallet as well. Amazing, guys. It's like the best thing ever. My family plays Rockstar games, and they went for me to get those, but I can't find them. Okay. Alright, so I only have 1 minute on this this live stream here now on Instagram. So guys, it's been super awesome. Thank you so much for joining me here on this channel. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and share this video if you think it's going to be helping somebody or anybody or everybody you can think of, because it'll help me help somebody else. It'll be awesome. National Society do an awesome alert card for free. For free? They do? No way. They do it for free? That's crazy. How do they even make them for free? That's mad. I tried to join your Discord server and it seems like it isn't accepting the invite. What's happening? I will have Josh, my community manager, get onto that because the Discord should work. Thank you everybody for joining me on Instagram. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I feel heartwarmed to have so many people here on Instagram. Thank you everybody joining me on Twitter as well. That was awesome. And I will be doing more live streams every single week. So yeah, don't worry about that. Where am I? I live in rural mid Wales. I scored an 8 in Aspergers and went to. Cool. It's difficult here. Yeah, look, Melanie, it is. I live in North Wales, and it kind of is. It is difficult around these parts because that's the nature of it. Okay, everybody on Instagram, you guys are getting cut off in a few minutes because that's how it works. So I'll see you guys later. Peace. Okay, so we just ended the Instagram live feed. So I'm now just here on the YouTube talking to you guys and on the Twitter as well. So I'm going to take one last question. Thank you for your channel. It's great. Share this on Facebook. Please have a lemonade or a shandy beer. I don't drink alcohol. And thank you. You did a brilliant job, sir. Thank you so much. How much money is enough? What? I don't understand what is enough. What is it? Will, did you ask me something? Did you ask something? I can't understand. Did you ask me something? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, cool. So, awesome. Thank you guys. You were awesome. If you follow me on Twitter and you follow me on Instagram, I'll follow you straight back. So make sure you do it now. And if you're on Facebook, make sure you check out this on Facebook because I am on Facebook, and go to the Aspie World. So go to facebook.com/the Aspie World and give me a like. I do daily videos on Facebook. How cool is that? Make sure that you, make sure you just love it. You just do those things where you go, Dan, I got you on everything, and you follow me on all these things because I'll follow you straight back. You know I will. You know it's true. I'll follow you straight back. Go on Instagram. Go on Twitter. Follow me. Follow you back. Peace. You guys are awesome. Okay, I'll see you in the video on Thursday. Peace, guys.